Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of It's Bandit O'Clock Series 2. Now, I've taken the bike for its first ride, lots of people are excited about this, and I've got a bit of footage for you. It involved going to my local bike night and dodging some rainstorms, but I managed not to get wet because I don't really want to get it dirty after rebuilding it. But yeah, super happy with how it's gone, and it was really good to get back out on a bike after all this time. I think most people agree with me, it's been a pretty long winter for us summer riders. Now, I didn't just take it for one ride, I went to two. First night, I went to a local bike night, which was really good just to stretch its legs, give it a quick shakedown. And then the next night, I went a little bit further afield and I went to Norton at Donington Park because they have a bike night. And it was good to go there, but it was a little bit embarrassing because on the way there, it started running on 2 cylinders intermittently. Stopped just to check a few things, but couldn't get it to run on 4 cylinders. And then it had run on 4 cylinders and then 2 cylinders, and it just couldn't make its mind up. But as I left the place, it was running on 2 cylinders, and I had to try and pull out on a hill on 2 cylinders with everybody watching. So a little bit embarrassing, but just one of those things. So last week I said I'd do a bit of a Q&A. Haven't had too many questions, but we had lots of answers to what colour people think I should paint the bike. Now, a lot of people said I should paint it black. A lot of people wasn't a fan of the fairing, but that's the great thing about opinions. Everyone's got their own idea, and sometimes it's good to hear other people's. So I do like the fairing most of the time. Sometimes I don't like it, but I do like the wind protection. It's only a little screen, but it does make a difference sometimes, and it's quite nice to have. So you never know, you might see another video with the original headlight on, because I do change my mind from time to time. So I'm going to do a bit of a run through. I made a list, some of the things I found from doing the shakedown test. So we'll start at the bottom of the list, and a headlight bolt. I did lose a headlight bolt, only the one though, strangely enough, but these are why we do these shakedown tests, just to make sure everything's tight. Obviously I've double checked everything and it's all spot on, apart from this one headlight bolt, so can't complain with that. The next one is the throttle cables. Obviously I've had the carbs off, I've put them back on. I thought I'd adjusted them up pretty good, but there is a tiny amount of play in the throttle cables, and I do need to adjust them because it's just, there's not a lot, it's just enough to be frustrating. You think you're on the throttle and you're not, so that is one job I need to do. The next job I need to do is adjust the chain and probably put some lube on it. It did seem like the chain had got tight since I rebuilt it. Couldn't quite work out why, but I slackened it off a little bit, but I think it's possibly a little bit too slack now, or it's gone back to the way it was. So that is a job to get done. The next thing I need to do is get a side stand bolt. As you might have noticed in last week's video, it was leaning against a lamppost. I still haven't got a bolt sorted. I should just go to my local Suzuki dealer and order one, but I just keep forgetting, or other things getting away, and I do need to do it, because when I went to Norton I had to try and find a wall to lean it against, which was sort of, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but a little bit awkward trying to lean my Bandit against a stately home. So yeah, gonna sort the side stand out. A few people have been asking is, what does the bike handle like with the new forks in? Well, I've got to say I do like it. It is much better. These forks are about 5mm shorter than the Bandit ones, so there's a little bit more weight over the front end. I was thinking about doing that to the original forks. As being a big guy, I do tend to push the weight onto the back wheel and the front can feel a little bit light. So yeah, now it's a tiny bit shorter, the weight's over the front and it does handle much better. But talking about the forks, I have found an issue with them. I thought I'd see what the settings were at so I could note them down on my piece of paper, just in case I need to adjust them or it wasn't handling just how I like it. And the one thing I did notice is on the dampening adjustments, one side has 8 clicks, the other side has 18 clicks. Now these forks should both have the same amount of clicks, so there is an issue there. But apparently these forks have been rebuilt at some point. Apparently they've had new stanchions as well, so maybe something's not quite gone back together right or anything like that. But they seem to be handling pretty good. So for now it's not too much of an issue, but a sort of fork, probably not rebuild, but you know, strip them and inspect them and just make sure everything's how it should be in there, will be on the cards at some point. So the next thing I need to do is, one thing I would like to do is powder coat the wheels. Obviously I need to paint it because it's all multicoloured and does look a bit weird. And the next thing that's letting it down is the wheels. I don't know why I didn't get the wheels powder coated. Again, I probably couldn't decide what colour they were, but it's kind of something that got a bit forgotten about when they got put down in the shed. But they are pretty minging, so that is something that will get done. Luckily, I have a spare pair of wheels, so I can actually get them powder coated while I'm still riding the bike around, and then when I'm ready to swap them over, I can do. Which brings me to the tyres. The tyres that are on it aren't too bad, but they're a slightly mismatched pair of tyres. They're both Michelin's, but they're both different models of Michelin, and I think they're starting to wear a bit strange to sort of one side a little bit. I'm not really sure what's going on with them, but I do want to replace them. So when the wheels get powder coated, I think it's going to be time for a fresh pair of tyres. Something I'd love to know is, what tyres do you use on a Bandit? Obviously I know tyres is a massive question. Loads of people have got loads of different ideas about what they like and what they don't like and stuff, so I'd love to hear what you've got on your Bandit and if you like them. So if you could answer that in the comments below, would appreciate it. So where does this leave us with Series 2 of It's Bandit O'Clock? Well, I hate to say it, but this is the last episode of Series 2. I can't believe we've done 18 episodes, but we have done quite a lot of work. We've stripped the whole bike down, we've had some bits powder coated, we've done some work to it, we modified the under tray, and we've put the forks in, bits and bobs like that. So it's been quite a journey really. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys have as well. And I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that comments. We've got a few guys that comment every week. We've got Mark, Super Scoots, we've got Random Rides, we've got Thomas Gavin, Darren even messages me on Facebook now. We're actually Facebook friends. And he's just fixed and sorted his Bandit 600 project, which is really good to hear. And I'm really glad he's got it sorted. One thing I would like to mention is classicmotorbikes.net. We have actually got a bike night happening at Tallington Farm Shop and Cafe. I'll leave a link in the description for our Facebook event. They're going to be on Thursday evenings. It's in a little place near Stamford, starting at 5 PM. I'll probably be down there for a few of them, and we're going to be hosting them every week. So again guys, thank you ever so much for watching. It's been a great journey. I hope you've enjoyed it like I have. And just to let you know, there is going to be a Series 3 of It's Bandit O'Clock. I'm going to take you on the journey of what I get up to through summer and any other bits and bobs I do to it, because I don't think we ever finish projects, do we really? There's always something else to do or something else to change, so there'll be plenty more to do through summer, but obviously not as much as there is through winter. I do have another project to get cracking on with. It's a Suzuki GSXR 750 from 1985. I've had the bike about 10 years. I think I've ridden it once, maybe twice. So it really does need recommissioning and getting back on the road. So that's probably going to be my next solid project, which I'll be doing. And that series should be starting fairly soon. I've got one massive final shout out I need to do, and that's to Joe at MSP with a Posh Snacks. Hi Joe. Thank you for all your help with the project. It's really been appreciated. And thank you to MSP in general. You guys have been great helping us out and getting the Bandit back on the road. Also like to say thank you to Martin at Max Talk Cans up in Brosgo for the awesome full system I've got and for actually sponsoring Series 2 of its Bandit O'Clock. We really do appreciate your support. So thank you very much, guys. Without you, it wouldn't have been possible. Thanks again for watching, everybody. If you could give the video a thumbs up, leave us a comment and subscribe to the channel, it'd really help us out. And until next time, we'll see you later.